Hey everyone, I wanted to give you a tool that you can use to kind of see if you're right on a lot of these questions for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. It's useful and it comes in handy because sometimes by the time you've worked through all of this, you are wondering if you're correct. And really, you kind of have to put a lot of faith into your ability to kind of factor things uh, and do algebra essentially. And so sometimes that can be scary. And even when I worked through this, uh, I'm pretty sure I'm right, but let's have a way to check. So I thought, and hopefully this works. Uh, oh, wrong one. Bear with me while I bring up everyone's favorite graphing uh, calculator. So, also let's get rid of the 20-1. There we go. Okay, and this will seem a little bit strange, but this is usually what I do to check if I'm correct on a lot of the algebra. So it'll feel a little clunky at first, but essentially you want to enter in that original expression, which, if I get this out of the way, which is this. So I want to enter that into Desmos. So here we go. Now it has a variable r, so I just want to change that to x because Desmos does better with that. And we have our first quadratic on the top, and I want to divide that whole thing by x squared minus 25, but if I hit the divide, it only divides to 15. So usually I put a little bracket and then divide. It'll divide the whole thing now. So then we do x squared minus 25, and this is our first expression. And you can see it's graphing some things, and that's fine. But now I want to divide that thing we just entered by something else. So I'm going to put a bracket around that and then hit divide, and that will divide the whole thing. Put that on top and say 4x squared minus 9. Another bracket here, then divide, and then I should be able to say 3 minus 2 times x. And after that's all said and done, I have a nice graph. I don't quite like the color. Let's say purple's nice. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I have for an expression. And so now what I want to do is, that was my original expression. Now I would like to enter in what my answer was. So 1 over x plus 5. Not quite the same. Yes. Mind your negative. And since the two graphs overlap everywhere, that's a good indication that you did your algebra right. So there's a tool for you to use. Hopefully that comes in handy.